This is possibly one of the most humiliating things that has occurred in my life. So naturally, I decided to come on here and share it. So this story takes place about, I think, over a year ago, and this is when I was still working retail. It was a pretty slow day. It was just me and my coworker in the store goofing around, not really doing shit, and just people watching those that are outside walking in front of the store. More time passes and we finally get a customer. This customer walks in, it's this man. As soon as this guy walks into the store and we lock eyes, I can just immediately feel this like radiant energy coming from him. It was like we locked eyes and I was like, oh fuck, like, hello, nice to meet you. And of course, I was newly single at this time, so I was like, you know what, let me go say hello, let me go do my job, let me do my little sales pitch, and just introduce myself. So I go over to him, I greet him, ask if he needs any assistance, and I do my little sales pitch. He wasn't really trying to buy shit from our store because honestly, the shit that we sold was thousands of dollars, so I get it. And I'm not really sure how the conversation switched, but before I knew it, we were in the other side of the store, in the corner, and we started getting familiar with one another. And I swear, throughout the whole conversation, this man is maintaining intense eye contact with me. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm catching the vibe that he's interested in me as well. He was not. Almost immediately, we start talking about deep shit, and that's red flag number 2. Red flag number 1 was that he kind of looked like / reminded me of my ex. Okay, and you should never pursue someone that either looks or reminds you of your ex, because 9 times out of 10, the universe brought you to that person to just teach you a lesson, see if you'd be dumb as fuck to fall for it again. And of course, I fell for it again. And the second red flag being that we're having this deep ass conversation out of nowhere. It's like, why are we having deep ass conversations? I don't even know your middle name. I'm at work. Who are you? And honestly, it was more so him telling me deep shit about himself, about how he quit his job as a chemist to pursue his dreams, and he took a risk, but now he's at peace. And then he was asking me questions about what my goals were in life, what passions I had. And I'm just sitting here like a little dumbass thinking, wow, this is the spiritual man that I had asked God for, and God just sent him to me. He really sent him to me. No. And my coworker this whole time is just sitting in the corner watching us giggle and flirt with each other for like half an hour to an hour. I can't exactly remember, but it ends with him basically asking for my Instagram and then him proceeding to say that he would love to grab a coffee with me sometime. So at this point, I'm definitely thinking, oh yeah, this man is interested in me. He was not. Over the next couple of days, we're talking through Instagram. He ends up getting my number through Instagram, and then he proceeds to ask me officially out for coffee. Another red flag that occurred is as we're leading up to the coffee date, we're getting to know each other more through text, and then he all of a sudden says, hey, let's save this conversation for when we meet. And I was like, what? You don't want to talk to me? But me ignoring another red flag was like, maybe we should save the conversation. We are meeting in like a day or 2. That makes sense for someone who is interested in dating you to tell you basically to shut the fuck up and wait till we meet. So I was like, yeah, like for sure. Now, with this red flag, it did have me a little bit concerned. So I was like, let me do some investigative work on his Instagram before I meet up with this man tomorrow. For the most part, his Instagram looked normal. He would just post a lot of spiritual and motivational shit. It was a little cringy, like he'd be just outside in public, people walking around, and he's like,
oh, the word of the day is
bullshit like that. But you do you, I respect it. I delved into the comments to just further screen him, and I noticed a weird pattern. In this pattern, I saw that people were commenting on his pictures or posts and they were calling him like brother. Like, oh, great job, brother. Love the message, brother. And then he would respond with, oh, thanks, sis, or thanks, brother. He was not related to any of these people. None of these people looked related to him. So I was like, oh, that's weird. And with the people that were commenting brother or sister, whatever, I noticed that they all had the same initials in their bio, like, and how they all were investors, but they never clearly stated what exactly they were investing in. But they all had the same type of setup on their Instagram to what he had, like same motivational, spiritual, like I'm on top, like I'm gonna do big things. At this point, not gonna lie, even more suspicious. The day of the coffee date, he sends me a good morning text and then explains where and when we're gonna meet. I'm still iffy on meeting him, but I'm like, you know what could go wrong? You know, so far he hasn't said anything weird to me. We've just been getting to know each other. Like, we had great eye contact. Like, he's the one. He was not. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, I did. I do regret it, but I still gave it to him at the time. Okay, I was naive. I pull up to the coffee shop, I walk in, I see him and his laptop out. He greets me, gives me a hug, we sit down, he asks how I was, how was the drive, what would I like to drink or eat, proceeds to get up, closes his laptop, and then gets me whatever the fuck I asked for. So I'm thinking, okay, like we're back on track. Like he's not doing no weird shit. This is a date. It's a coffee date. Like, of course, like nothing can go wrong from here. Or so I thought. Once he comes back, this is when the bullshit happens. This man proceeds to ask me the same interview-ass questions, asking me,
where do I see myself in 5 years? What are my goals for the next 3 years? How soon do I want to become financially free?
Y'all, when he was asking me those questions, I swear my eyes started to twitch because I just knew where this bullshit was about to go. And I didn't want it to go there. He then starts diving into what he actually invests in. He was saying like he invests into trading currency. And I'm like, please God, don't tell me this is one of these FOREX bitches. And God said, yes, Prince. Yes, it is. Then I said, please God, let him not be one of those FOREX bitches that try to sell you shit. And God said, sorry, Prince. Unfortunately, he is. He then proceeds to take out his laptop once again. He's showing me this software he uses that he bought himself to learn how to trade currency, and he's showing me the different prices that I can pay for this dumbass software. I don't remember exactly how much it costed. I know it was either like $100 to $200 per month for this dumbass software. And at this point, the anger inside of me is just building. It's building. Because now I feel like you're playing with my time. So I'm gonna play right back. I tell him, I'm like, can't you get this information on YouTube for free? Why would I need to buy this software? And he's like, oh, it's not just a software. You get a sense of community with it. You'll have all these brothers and sisters that are there to mentor you. In fact, I'm being mentored by my sister right now. She makes blah, blah, blah. She owns blah, blah, blah. In fact, and at this point, he can see that I'm getting fucking annoyed. Like my face, it's very hard for me to hide my emotions. So I'm just sitting there like, he's kind of like scrambling at this point. So he's like, oh no, let me call my sister right now. His sister, let me call her right now. I'm like, okay, go ahead, call her. The bitch ain't answer. Then this man proceeds to say that I too can also make money from this software after I buy it from him. Because you see, once I buy it from him, I then can sell it to others, and then whoever else they sell it to, I can also profit from that. I look at this man, I'm like, so you're telling me you you right here, you sell this product to these people. After selling the product to these people, you make profit, and whoever these people sell it to over here, you also make profit from that. I'm like, what shape does this make? What shape is this? And I'm literally like asking him, what is this shape? A triangle, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, it's a pyramid. This is a pyramid scheme. And he's like,
What's a pyramid scheme?
trying to act all stupid as fuck. I'm like, you know what the fuck a pyramid scheme is. That's what you're in. It's a pyramid scheme. You're basically taking advantage of those that buy this software from you that you could learn for free on YouTube, and then you expect them to also sell this overpriced ass software to other people so that they would be taking advantage of them, but then the person on top is benefiting from it. And I'm like, do you not see the pyramid? And then he finally agrees, yeah, I see the pyramid. But then he's like, it's the sense of the community. Like, I wouldn't have gotten this far if it wasn't for my brother that sold it to me, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, y'all, at this point, I'm not even gonna lie, I am getting a little bit louder. The guy next to us is looking at us like, oh shit, what's going down? And as he was showing me this stupid ass software, I had sneakily logged onto my Uber account and ordered myself a ride home, because at this time I didn't have a car. And so as I'm getting louder, his face is getting redder because he's embarrassed. At this point, he's frustrated with me. We're kind of going back and forth. We're not seeing eye to eye. I stand up from the table and I'm still talking to him. And I'm like, honestly, I'm really upset and annoyed that you brought me here under false pretenses, because you know damn well this is not the reason why I'm here. You did not mention this in any of our conversations. When you first met me, this was not mentioned. Like, if all you wanted to do was sell me this scamming ass software, you could have done that through text. You could have told me when we met, instead of bringing me here under the guise that you were genuinely interested in me, and then pull a fast one like that. I'm like, what you're doing is taking advantage of people. You're a scammer, and I don't appreciate that. And his face is red, and he's like trying to apologize to me, and he's stuttering. And I kind of felt that in the moment, just a little bit, because now everyone's looking at us. But I'm just like, bitch, you wasted my time. You wasted my Uber money. Like, if you just wanted to sell me shit, bitch, let me know. I would have respected you more than to act like, then for you to notice that I'm taking a liking to you and then invite me over for some coffee just to sell me shit. That's lame as fuck. So yeah, I make my little dramatic exit. I did see his funky ass with his brother around the same area that I used to work. I was like at the Starbucks in the plaza, and I was just sipping my little drink during my break, and I saw his ass and his mentor ass come in, and I was like, oh my God. Definitely was trying to avoid him. He saw me. He saw my big ass like I could hide or something. But yeah, he was just glaring me the fuck down. What prompted me to tell this story over a year later is just, I saw his Instagram pop up in like their little recommended pages, and I went to his fucking Instagram. He's still on some scamming ass shit, and it just pissed me off all over again. So I just had to come on here, tell this little short story of how he tried to trick me into joining a cult of FOREX warriors. I don't know why he thought that would work. The lesson in this story is, don't go after guys that look like your ex. If you're getting a weird vibe, listen to that vibe. Don't be dumb. Stay safe out there. Stay out of trouble.